Hello, everyone. This is the latest world news in America. If you're interested, I'd appreciate your likes and subscriptions. Let's start with the New York news. The American state of New York was hit by a devastating storm on Sunday, causing severe flooding. The cities and towns in the Hudson River Valley suffered the most. The downpour hit not only New York City, but also New Jersey, Pennsylvania and the rest of New England. At the epicenter of the storm, about 200 millimeters of rainfall, monthly norm, fell, and a state of emergency was declared in several cities and counties. The downpours caused several bridges to collapse and roads to become impassable. The rains left commuters on the East Coast stranded. For example, Amtrak trains suspended service between New York and Albany. More than 1,500 flights from airports in New York, Boston and Philadelphia were delayed due to the weather. Flooding in West Point, where roads turned into rivers and flooded residential neighborhoods, killed a woman. In Vermont, landslides came down in the central part of the state, forcing police to close a major road. Rescue efforts are underway in many New York State counties. The water has reached the subway. All stations are flooded. There are cacras as the subway floods with a powerful stream of water. Rain was pouring down from the ceiling onto the cars as well. People were evacuated by rescue workers. The city authorities have banned vehicles that are not related to critical infrastructure from appearing on the city streets until 5 a.m. Citizens were also urged to stay at home, but it's not safe either. The rain is flooding houses, water is seeping through gaps in doors, windows, everything is floating in the houses. The water level in some places reaches a height of 30-40 centimeters. Because of Hurricane Ida, there is a great threat of flash floods and tornadoes in the northeastern United States, including New York. About 200,000 electricity consumers in the northeastern United States were de-energized. The National Weather Service urged 9.1 million Americans in flooded regions to seek higher ground. Work at airports has stopped, runways have sunk, flights have been cancelled, and those passengers in Newark Liberty International were as if they were on board the Titanic. They could not even get to the terminal. Cars drifted through flooded streets, buses floated, even huge trucks were swept away by the current. The smartphones of all citizens gave the same message every half hour. Stay at home. And this is how it was in the homes of ordinary Americans. The door was not a barrier, the streams of water rushed inside and washed away everything, turning basements and first floors into swamps. But some people can't even handle that kind of rain. A 200-year record rainfall is no reason to relax on a mattress. Compared to what Ida did in Louisiana, New York got off easy. Its power was enough to scatter garbage on the streets and snatch umbrellas from the hands of passers-by. In neighboring New Jersey, Ida brought a surprise in the form of a tornado. Giant funnels appeared as if from nowhere. In Philadelphia, the tornado grew in front of drivers right on the highway. The first fatalities have already been reported. And Ida is not going to rest. In New Jersey, state authorities have called in the military. And New York City will live in emergency mode for the next 24 hours. The state's largest city, New York City, was almost unaffected, but residents of Manhattan, Queens and the Bronx were asked to be prepared to get higher to avoid flooding. The towns of Hatteras, North Carolina, Norfolk, Virginia, Binghamton, New York, Hartford and New Haven, Connecticut, also remain at risk, the Daily Mail reports. Authorities are comparing the current deluge to Tropical Storm Irene, which brought flooding to Vermont, Massachusetts and other New England regions in 2011. Thank you for being with us. Until further news.